Hey, hello, welcome. Thank you so much for asking me to have some more information, guidance. Trust me, I know who you are. I know how intelligent and exacting you are and how you want to do well. So I'm here to support you, your learning, and you'll develop a few new skills here that have become somewhat second nature to me because I've worked with little children when I was in graduate school and even when I was an undergraduate and learned how to write up an infant kind of slash toddler observation. There are almost 600, there are over 600,000 views here. Why is that? Because everybody in the country is probably using this very naturalistic observation of these kids playing because it's available on the internet. And we don't have to go through permission and we don't have to go through IRB. We can simply take something. And actually, as your professor, in that everything is uniform. And there is a second video, so you do have a choice, and there's a choice of children here. But you can look at the video over and over and over again, and you can edit it in ways, or if the child that you're watching is in the screen, then out of the screen, feel free to push forward so you can just watch your child. You don't need to flow through everything, if that makes sense. If you're watching the little girl, then you might need to wait till she comes back into the scene. You don't have to worry about that. In a natural classroom, you would be approached by kids. They would ask you, what are you doing? They would sit in your lap. You'd have plenty of interruptions. It's a natural part of doing infant child. But because we have this valuable technology, it's a simple technology, but yet here we are using this as a way to learn how to do a really high quality infant toddler observation. So while there are breaks in what you see, you can relook at it over and over again and really pick up every detail. Okay, this is tape one. I'm going to make a second tape where I'll actually look at the instructions. So let's pretend we're watching this little boy in the plaid shorts, I think we would call that. Yeah. So I'm going to say the correct way of what you're allowed to write down. You are avoiding all words in the internal state. If you're a behaviorist, this will be easy for you. You're just using the behavior. So we look at a still picture of him. We might say, we'll just call him boy one, or if you want to give him a name, you just tell me what you're doing. But so I know how to follow what you're writing up. But let's call him a boy one. Boy one is on the slide. I think you can call this a slide, or if you want, you can call it the inclined plane if you simply want to describe what is there. He is facing upwards and on his feet and hands. Let's see if I can keep on explaining what he is doing without using any emotional words, no internal state, no motivation, no words like tries, wants, or any other words that are giving any clues to the internal state of the boy. Here we go. Go ahead, boy one. Boy one, I think I have the volume off so we can just watch. Picks up object, drops object between legs, block falls, pushes other block down, catches himself with left hand, slides down to the bottom of the slide. All right, so we might need to wait until he comes back into the scene. And let's see, the kids that were on the slide, all but our boy is over here. So I would give you absolute permission to slide this forward until you could find the boy that you are observing come back into the scene. And I believe that is him. Boy one shakes lid of small object box, throws object with his right hand into the box, picks up another object, puts in box. Now you might be able to go back and say it was a dinosaur in a truck and a little figurine of a human, but you're only just explaining what he does. So we would watch. Okay, so this guy's pretty active, right? He picks up box and dumps everything out. Then he picks up an object that looks like a salamander. He takes salamander, turns around, appears to be gesturing towards somebody, or probably to the person who's doing the observation, because it's always the person doing the observation that gets the most attention when you just want to sit there and be anonymous. All right, so now you might be thinking, well, I'm going to do the boy two, or whatever you want to call him, boy in the blue shirt. Or I'm going to do the little girl, and I'm just going to scoot it ahead until I observe her activities. I think you have a very good idea that you're just describing and you're not inferring any internal state whatsoever. All right, so this is part one, how to write up the observation. You have a lot of time to go back and to really write a beautiful, detailed observation. And don't worry about interpretation. Don't worry about what it means or what you're going to do with the material. You have been successful just to write it up for this first part. All right, I will be back in a minute with more information.